Hello everybody and welcome back to the chassis variant series of myself, Critical Rocket, and we're still with the Warhammer. This is the 7S. Now the 7S, as you may know, is a much later version. It was developed in 3050, built on Sudeten for the federated commonwealth, and specifically by Olivetti weaponry. Always by Olivetti. So the 7S is pretty much a straight upgrade of the normal 6R, with a few slight tweaks. So the PPCs become ER PPCs, so no minimum range. The SRM6 is dropped in favour of 2 Streak 2 launchers, and the medium lasers are upgraded to pulses. Key things: small lasers are kept, the machine guns are dropped. This is also to allow for extra weight to be freed up for things like 18 double heatsinks in total to handle all the extra heat that's generated by the ER PPCs and the medium pulse lasers. So, yeah, it was just one of those pre-Clan War designs that came about as a necessary upgrade by the writers, basically to give a Warhammer a chance against some of the new Clan stuff. So overall, it's virtually similar to running a normal Warhammer. I like the streak launchers as an option. It's nice to be able to have a heavy that can defend itself from lights, even a little bit. Streaks are a lovely deterrent against things like locusts and such. And the other weapons are a nice upgrade. Obviously not having to worry about no minimum range for myself for the PPCs means that I can at least hit with my 2 biggest weapons straight up, and the medium pulses with their slightly less in range means I can use them and the small lasers together at a slightly better range. So in a way this mech actually becomes slightly more about brawling and less about its ranged power, which obviously the original Warhammer is definitely... It wants to keep a bit of distance because its normal PPCs have minimum range, whereas this one doesn't have that worry, so it can just stomp right in there and get busy or get swifty. So the 7S is, yeah, just as I said, a slight mutation of the 6R. Obviously in MechWarrior Online we're looking at a Warhammer that comes with 6 energy hardpoints and 3 missile hardpoints, so a little bit of inflation there, only a tiny amount just to give it an extra missile hardpoint on the right torso. Although I never really see anyone using a lot of these extra hardpoints anyway. In fact, I don't really see many 7S's at all, come to think of it, and if they do, they just kind of blend in with standard Warhammers. But the extra missile hardpoints mean you could do things like a triple streak build, or just turning it into a bit of a splat build, obviously replace the PPCs with weapons and the such. The energy hardpoints are obviously split still between the arms and the side torsos. For specifics in that regard, I do actually have it up for a change. 1 in energy in each arm and 2 in each side torso, so your focus is going to be on the slightly higher mounted side torso energy hardpoints. For any specific sniping you might want to do, and obviously there's enough room there to be able to fit in things. You could swap around and put the PPCs in the side torsos if you really wanted to, or obviously just sticking in things like ER larges, which is currently the fave at the time making this video. Seems to be on having those ER larges moduled and used to their best sort of capability in lovely vomit barrages. So yeah, MechWarrior Online, it's definitely one I'd recommend, but then I'd recommend all the Warhammers. There is definitely a level of bias here, but it's the battlemech. It's quintessentially one of the first things you ever see when it was first produced. I know a lot of people who only ever played MechWarrior 2 and the such wouldn't really understand it, but yeah, this was the thing that was on the box. This was the thing that, sort of made that initial impact. People went, wow, this looks cool, and that was a battlemech. And then later on it was the Marauder with TRO 3025, and there's a reason that these mechs are so fondly remembered. It's not just because they're from Robotech. No, it's not that. It's the visual image. It's the standout of what they were when players first got their hands on them and just got to play with these fantastic mechs. So yeah, the Warhammer, always deserves a spot in any BattleTech or MechWarrior related game, because it's there. It's the original. And funnily enough, I think I'm coming up against a Marauder 2C, unfortunately not a standard Marauder, because that would be a fun fight. But yeah, outside of that, I'm kind of short on material for the Warhammer 7S. I mean, outside of just singing its praises the whole time, which I'm sure you're all tired of hearing. yeah, there's not really a hell of a lot else. Obviously, sticking within the realms of battletech and stuff, it was a popular design that was used by many pilots across the Inner Sphere for centuries, and even the clans kept a few original Warhammers around. They did a few refits of them, sticking clan weaponry on them, and some pilots, I believe, from the clans even went to battle with them in their original Star League configuration. They didn't alter any of the tech. But those are like the really hardcore ones. They're like the hipster clans, who you know, they only want to use the stuff from the Star League days. They don't want to use like any of their own tech. You know, apparently the few of them done them in Highlanders in original condition. So yeah. So even the clans realised, you know, that the Warhammer was still a very important design, and you know, they even made a 2C variant. You know, so. It was good enough to become that. Maybe we'll see the 2C in MechWarrior Online. It wouldn't surprise me. We've got the Marauder, so yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw the Warhammer and the Rifleman 2C and any others that get the 2C treatment, like the Phoenix Hawk and that, and the Shadow Hawk, and the Locust. It goes on. Anyway, have a good one, folks. Thanks for watching. That wraps up the Warhammers, if you watch them in order. If not, then go check out the 6D, which would then wrap up the Warhammers. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good week, all. And yeah, bye.
Almost there. One final push.
Target acquired.
They have resource point Gamma. Target spotted. Target spotted.